Hi guys, finally I've gotten something figured out with YouTube. I'm Shishi, as you guys know me from the aminos, and if you are new here or just stumbling across my channel, I appreciate you stopping in. So basically today, I think, because I was gonna go live, but unfortunately for whatever reason it's just not allowing me to go live. So I figured what I would do is I would take you on a little bit of a tour of my fish room, which again, excuse the basement, surroundings, but some of you guys that do follow me on the aminos know that my fish room is actually in my basement, which is a work in progress. I do a lot of my work by myself, including like building my tanks, some of my filters, just as a, keeps the mind busy, I guess, and keeps me doing what I love, and it's more cost effective. So here we are basically in my fish room. Behind me is a 30-gallon. I'm gonna show you a better picture of that in a second. But like I said, I don't want anyone to be startled by the fact that there is a lot. It is a basement. It's very low down. I'm quite tall, so like I'm 5'9", so I don't like to stand up completely because I'm scared that I'm gonna get spiders in my hair. But anyway, I'm gonna explain to you what's going on in my fish room. And here are some of my 10-gallon tanks. Here we go. This is Maurice. He is a crowned hell. He has marble gene. He actually used to be almost completely red with a little bit of black, like a couple of black spots on his sides. He's a very nice looking fish. But this is how I set up my breeding tanks. I prefer to use the 10-gallon breeding tank just in case there's a decent sized spawn. The bubble wrap underneath here provides him with a favorable area to actually build a bubble nest under. Some people don't like it because it's kind of difficult to see. To see how well he has built anything underneath there. I always use a piece of driftwood and Indian almond leaves in my tanks. Now this is Wilbur's tank. Again, it's a 10-gallon set up almost identical to Maurice and Sushi. And there is the lovely Wilbur. He does not have any eggs up there currently. Beatrix, who is down here, again, she looks terrible, but I assure you that's not from him. But if she does show, if she shows any signs of major distress, or if Wilbur starts, you can actually see new growth on her. You might not be able to see it through the camera, but she actually has some new growth coming in her fins and in her tail, so that shows me that he's really not, Wilbur himself is not actually causing her any damage. Wilbur is a rosetail beta. He's very beautiful, and she is a half moon. She wasn't this color when I got her. She was more like, her fins were more of a lace. But as she has aged and, during the breeding process, she has actually changed color quite a lot. She now has very, very pretty blue, almost like galaxy scales across her back, which have become more evident during the, the attempts of breeding her with Wilbur. So fingers crossed that I'll have hopefully 2 batches of fry really soon. And then I'll bring you over to, this is my 30-gallon. This is the fry tank. And I'll try and get in a little closer so we can see some of the babies. Here they are. This is Wilbur and Coraline's batch. Unfortunately, the camera doesn't pick them up very well. But there's probably about, I'm gonna say, there's about 15 left in here. So the glare is actually really bad. I wonder if turning the light off will, nope, that makes it a lot worse. There is, oh, and we have a spider come to visit us also, which again, you probably not, oh, can you see him? And this is one of the things that I absolutely hate about the basement is these little guys like to come and visit me, and I do not like spiders. I can deal with just about anything but spiders. These guys in here, some of them are very, very little still. They're about 5 weeks old now. They're a little smaller than I would have hoped they would be at this age, but they're not, you know, they're still growing, so I'm not concerned other than the fact that they're a little bit smaller than I personally would like for 5-week-old fry, but everyone assures me that they look really, really healthy. Otherwise, this tank was actually just water changed yesterday, and you wouldn't believe the amount of poop that they can produce, as you can see, which is actually not helped by the pleco who is in here somewhere. I'm not sure where he is. He's underneath there. I don't know if you can see him. He is a Rio Nigra pleco. He will only get to about maybe 5 inches, 6 inches max. So that's why he or she is absolutely ideal for this tank. Completely peaceful. He came in, cleaned all of the algae off of this log, created a bunch of mess for me to clean up, which seems to be absolutely never ending. So I'll do like a really, really deep clean of their tank, probably once a week, where I go in and I remove everything, absolutely everything. But they get a good 20 to 30% water change pretty much every day. I'm kind of hoping that our spider friend over here gets out of here because I don't like him too much. So that's the 30 gallon. This is the air pump that my tanks are currently running off of right now. It's got four outlets on the bottom of it, so, and it's completely adjustable. Like, I can turn the flow up and I can turn it down. I have it down on the lowest that it will possibly go, just purely for the fact that obviously I don't want to cause too much stress on my fish with, like, you know, major bubbles going. If it was different fish species that would need more of a current, more of a flow, then obviously then I would have that adjusted. Then, you know, basic little things such as some of my favorite pellets that I use, and actually I have my fry already eaten these. I crush them, hence the spoons. They get crushed up and I put them in probably every other day, and it's a good thing to help them, you know, forage and look for the little pieces of food here and there where they can. So that's another thing. And then here is my DIY brine shrimp hatchery. It's actually not at a point right now that I would use it to feed my fry. I just wanted to show you guys how I have it set up. You know, your basic airline tubing inside the bottle, and I make sure that goes all the way down to the lid. It's in here, and then that way that creates the flow that I need. When I have the brine shrimp ready, I only feed them for 2 days. 2 meals a day, one first thing in the morning, one last thing at night, because brine shrimp can actually be bad for your fry. If you overfeed, it'll put pressure on the swim bladders, and therefore, oh, we actually have recording going on. This is pretty amazing right now. So Wilbur and Beatrix have apparently decided that this is the time to shine with me trying to film a video. And there is the dance, and he has her turned over. I don't see any eggs yet. And that apparently worked better for him than it did for her, because he is in a paralyzed state and actually very, very amazed right now. I'm very happy. So I guess this went from a Fishroom tour to me showing you guys the mating ritual of the betta fish. I don't want to disturb them too much, but apparently now is the time that they decided to spawn with me down here talking about the fish room. So as you can see, Wilbur is doing a little jig, and he'll bring her over and he'll try to flip her up onto her back. And this is a perfect example. He's trying very hard. She hasn't spawned before, he has. But this will be her first spawning, because she doesn't know what she's doing. But they're trying. He might get a little bit impatient with her, and he might try and there you go, he nipped at her. But that is the courting dance. I cannot believe that that just happened whilst I was down here trying to film my Fishroom tour. So now I'm gonna go over to, you guys that follow me on the Amino have an absolute love obsession with my chunky little lady Coraline. She is just an amazing little fish. She is so personable. I love her. This light, unfortunately, this is, okay, so I don't know if you can really see, but it really is DIY, very DIY. This is actually a hood that was designed for this tank down here, which again, I built myself. And it's about probably around about a 4 or 4.5 gallon tank, and made by me. And here's the light. It has actually light fixing inside there with the light bulb going, and right now I have it suspended above both of the tanks. But there's the lovely Coraline again. Yes, she is chunky and she likes to eat, and in fact all she wants to do is eat, and she's still looking for food even though she's already been fed today. She's like my little star. Everybody loves her. She is a very, very strikingly beautiful fish. Unfortunately, again, that was Wilbur's doing. That's the reason her fins are in such horrible condition right now. I'm gonna leave it there. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But thank you for, for watching my video. And if you want to follow me or speak to me on the Amino, I'm on Better Spawns, and the Better Spawns Amino, fantastic app, really, really nice people, fantastic place to be connected, and just a wealth of knowledge specifically for betta, mostly. A lot of us do have other fish. I personally have some goldfish, some fancies. I've got a couple of pearl scales and a red cap. And I have a lot of other projects that I want to, take on, such as finishing the rest of my basement and fitting. I have a lot of room down here that I can do a lot of different things with, but it's just time and organization and, getting it done. But for now, I am going to leave it there. And thank you for joining me. Subscribe to my channel, please. And I'll have an update for you very, very soon. And as soon as I can actually figure out how to go live, I'll go live and we'll do a questions and answers. And thank you so much. Bye.